Hello everyone, my name is Sinus Music, and I'm back. Yes, I came back out of this weird kind of retirement thing that I did because life was been kind of crazy for me, but I just wanted to come back here and say hello. I am back, I'm going to be recording more videos, and I had to talk about something that came up recently. Coachella is a really cool event that I've been to multiple times. I love the thing. People go out and perform in the desert. It's a really cool, entertaining thing that is fun to attend every now and then when you can. This year was an interesting year because the headliners, you had Bad Bunny, who's the first Latin artist to be headlining Coachella, which is huge. You had Bjork, who is a humongous artist, really well-renowned, awesome artist. And you had Frank Ocean, who hasn't performed in years, literally years, 6 or 7 years, I believe. Hasn't recorded new music, hasn't done anything in terms of performances at all, nothing. And everyone has been itching to go see Frank Ocean live at any point in time whatsoever. Everyone is going, they're all super excited. And noticeably, everyone is stoked. It's a huge deal. Coachella is like the talk of the town, talk of the music world. Everyone knows. And it was a wild time for people. There are tons of artists from different areas of the world, tons of different types of music. You had bands like Knocked Loose performing, for God's sakes, which is a wild thing to know. And it was just a crazy time. The reason I want to talk about this stuff is because not only did that happen, but on Friday, out of nowhere, Blink 182 decides to say, hey, we're going to be performing on a side stage. We'll see you there. Out of nowhere, just drops this. Now, Blink 182 has been back because they got their old guitarist Tom DeLonge back in the band, which is a huge deal. A huge deal when it comes to being a Blink fan. Tom was like the secret sauce that made Blink Blink. Mark Hoppus, obviously, is a huge reason it's so good. Travis is the missing link. Is the glue that keeps everything together. Blink has been through quite a bit, right? The band broke up 2005, I believe, and didn't play for a while until 2009, I believe, or 2000, something like that. And they got back together. Same lineup. Didn't sound so great, but obviously they never really did. That's kind of the joy of seeing Blink. They don't sound like normal pop artists. They sound like themselves. They're fun. It's fun to watch them perform. Then they break up again. Different reasons. Tom wants to go chase aliens. Good on you, mate. So he goes and does that. They bring in Matt Skiba. Matt Skiba's playing with them for a hot minute. Things are going fine. People miss Tom. I miss Tom. We all miss Tom. Matt Skiba held it down for the rest of the band and for the time being. Then jump ahead a little bit. Mark gets a diagnosis of cancer. Freaks everybody out. Holy shit, Mark has cancer. His cancer was very survivable, though, which is good. And he did beat it, which is awesome. But in the meantime, he was talking with one Mr. Tom DeLonge. They announce that they're getting back together and have a song out called Edging. They get back together, and they announce they're doing a tour all over the place. They never announced they were going to be doing Coachella. That was never in the cards for anybody. They go on stage, and this is all broadcast, so you can see the whole performance if you like. It is a killer set list, and they played so fucking good that it was talked about by tons of people. It was such a good set. They played hit after hit. They were on point instrumentally, vocally. They were so fucking good. Now, Tom, because I follow his music, not just in Blink, but also in Angels and Airwaves, I've known that Tom's vocals have been getting better over the years. It's kind of a running joke that, Mark and Tom don't sing that well in the band, but Tom especially kind of has had this thing where, he might sound a little off or whatever, but no one cared because it was Tom. He sounded awesome and unique. But man, he is sounding so fucking good. And when he came back to the stage and played their songs, every song from Mark, Tom, and Travis all sounded awesome. They all sounded good. Now, I don't know what's going on with First Date because Tom was auto-tuned to hell. But you know what? If that's the way that he gets around to playing that song, fine. Let him be out-tuned. Who gives a shit? That was a killer set, and they rocked it. They rocked it. It was awesome. So the rest of Coachella goes off seemingly without a hitch, right? You have everyone performing at their set time. Every other performer happens, and everything gets live streamed on the Coachella YouTube channel. So the entire time this has happened, YouTube has been tweeting that Frank Ocean would be on the live stream. So everyone's stoked to see Frank Ocean perform on the live stream. Very stoked. It's a cool thing. So Sunday rolls around. It was announced at the beginning of the day that Frank Ocean would not be live streamed. It just wasn't going to be live streamed, after alluding to it the whole time that he would be. So everyone is pretty pissed. Everyone's pissed. They have been dying to see Frank Ocean. They've been waiting forever to see Frank Ocean. And his set is not going to be live streamed. Granted, Bjork's set is not live streamed either, but that is by choice. Everyone just says, okay, yeah, fine. Her set's not streamed. Whatever. But they have been alluding to his live stream the whole time. And then on the last day, on the day of, he does not perform on the live stream. He still performs, and we'll get to that. And the only way to watch his set, which we'll find out later, is through Instagram lives or TikTok lives. That's the only way to watch his set, or people are going to record it and then post it up on YouTube later. His set time comes around 10 o'clock. He's supposed to perform. No one can watch it on the live stream because obviously it's not going to be performed. But we can thank people like Morgan Doesn't Care on Instagram, because she was in front row. She waited there all day from when the gates opened to be in the front to see Frank front center. And she live streamed from her Instagram. People flew in from all over the country, seemingly all over the world, to go see Frank Ocean perform. 10 o'clock rolls around. He's not there. 10:05 happens. He's not there. 10:20 rolls around. He is not showing up. And everyone's wondering, oh no, is this going to happen right now? Frank Ocean is known for being notoriously enigmatic and a mystery and having strange performances and just not being usual, like most artists would be. He's his own person. He does his own thing. It's a really unique experience to have a Frank Ocean set and kind of go through what he's going through as an artist. 10:30 rolls around. He's not there. 10:40 rolls around. He's not there. 10:50 rolls around. He's not there. Everyone's wondering, is he even going to show up? Now we start seeing, and I'm watching this, mind you, we start seeing people crossing the stage. And the stage is a gigantic screen all across the stage, which is normally huge. And a very tiny section in the middle, tiny sliver, is open to seeing where people would be performing. 11 o'clock rolls around. There are people crossing this stage constantly like this. And Frank Ocean comes on. Everyone's losing their collective shit at the same time. It's a moment in history in terms of music. Frank Ocean is performing again. He's singing his songs, but it's a little off. It's a little weird. He has these really long breaks in between his set. He's not really talking to the audience that much. He stops playing sometimes. He comes back on stage. He plays again. It's kind of weird, but he plays through a couple of songs, and everyone's stoked about it. He gets on the microphone and he says, hey, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm only here because, my brother and we used to come over here a lot, and I get dragged out here, and, so that's why I'm here and performing this set. And because he lost his brother, he's going through a lot, obviously it's going to carry into your set. He continues on, but he doesn't play songs. He has a DJ come on and perform DJ, dancey versions of some of his songs. And there's even a part where the fucking security guard is fucking getting his shit on. Like, it's fucking wild. This guy is grooving. But it's not Frank Ocean playing. I mean, it's a DJ playing some songs for 10 minutes almost, it seems like. So he performs a song and he's screaming and he's yelling. Like, this isn't a normal Frank Ocean set. Like, you start to realize towards the DJ part of his set that this is not a normal Frank Ocean set. And then he starts playing his songs on the speaker system, and he's not even singing along to it. He's just letting the song play. So he's just kind of vibing out to his own song. And it's weird. It's really strange. And he does this for 3 songs or so, or something like that. I don't remember the exact time frame, but he does it for a bit. He eventually gets a mannequin on stage and he's dancing around with it. He gets someone else to sing a song. He sings a couple songs and then he says, "Hey, curfew is happening. I gotta leave. The show's over." And leaves. Just leaves. He dips. And that's around like 12:18 or so, or like 12 something. It was around there. He just gets up and leaves. Show's over. Everyone's like, what the fuck happened? What is this set? What was going on? He gets off the stage. The lights come on. Everyone's seemingly upset because they have been waiting for a Frank Ocean set for years. And he gives them one of the most chaotic experiences ever in terms of a Frank Ocean fan. This is not a normal set by any means, and it's a short set too. The next day, it comes out that Frank Ocean was supposed to have a gigantic ice rink as a stage, and those people who were crossing the front of the stage were ice skaters. So they were supposed to be ice skating and had practiced this set for weeks ahead of time to have this gigantic ice rink set up for his stage. And at the very last day, he requested that that ice rink be melted away and replaced with something else. So a whole new set design for his show. So from the beginning of that day, because everything was set up, the team that he had to break down his entire set, get rid of the ice rink, and then provide us with that tiny little area, that stage that we saw, and the giant screen that we had. All last minute, or else he wouldn't play. And it was also reported as well that he has a leg injury, which is kind of weird considering that when he was on stage, he was kind of bouncing around a little bit. He was kind of vibing a lot to his own songs. And again, I'm not saying he doesn't have a leg injury because I would never make that claim, but it's just strange that you would do that. And think about it this way too. It's such a strange concept of like to say, oh yeah, he had an injury all of a sudden when it was not alluded to before, unless otherwise I don't know. And it was reported before, but I only heard about it after the show, like many people did as well. So Coachella this year was strange for people who are fans of Frank Ocean and fans of Blink as well. As of today, and this is on April 19th, it is reported that Frank Ocean is not going to be performing weekend 2. And in his place is going to be Blink. Now, Coachella was not happy about his performance because not only did he do that, everything he did, his set was canceled last minute, so the YouTube Twitter was flamed, along with Coachella's Twitter was flamed as well, I believe. No one was happy with him. The fans were not happy. Set design was not happy. The whole team that he had with him was unhappy. I mean, he gave like a half performance. Some people were happy about it. Most people were not very happy about it because it wasn't a full Frank Ocean performance. So Blink, who surprised everyone on Friday, weekend 1, is now headlining weekend 2. The only thing I have to say about that, because I like Blink-182, is that, hey, more power to you. But being a Frank Ocean fan has got to be really fucking hard. It seems like he doesn't like his fans that much. I'm just gonna say it. At the same time, he's going through a lot, his brother and his leg, I guess. But when I think about the leg situation and him not performing because of a leg injury, I point you over to Dave Grohl, my dad. At least people say he's my dad. I point you to Dave Grohl because he broke his leg. He performed an entire tour with him in a chair with a cast. So if Dave Grohl can do it and play an instrument, I believe that Frank Ocean can perform his own sets as well. It was not a good time for Frank Ocean fans, for Frank Ocean's team, for Coachella, for YouTube, but for Blink, man, this is a fucking time to celebrate, goddammit. They killed it. They brought the heat. They're back and in full fucking force, and they're gonna headline the biggest music festival, seemingly the biggest music festival that everyone talks about. So good for them. Not so good for Frank Ocean and his fans. But again, it's up to you what you make of it. I want to know what you think about it in the comments below. Did you like Frank Ocean's set? Did you not like his set? Are you happy that Blink's performing? Are you not happy that they're performing? Did you like Blink's set when they played Friday? Did you not like it? Just anything at all that you want to talk about, leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what's going on. This was such a huge deal, and I've gone to Coachella many times, and I like both these artists, that I had to bring it up and discuss in the video. So hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys subscribe. Hopefully you guys, do all the things you need to do. I'm curious to know what you guys think. But overall, thank you so much for watching. My name is Sinus Music, and as always, peace out, peeps.